Hey guys, it's Alex Majo, and this video is all about my M Countdown experience. So I'm going to break it down into kind of three parts: the bad, the good, and then like my overall thoughts and feelings. So with the M Countdown experience, we went through what was called the SM Town Global Package, and we booked it prior to Korea, and it basically me and Joe paid about £45 each, which was about £90 in total, which is not too bad considering we were going to M Countdown, plus having a tour of the building, and also being run by SM, you'd think it'd be more expensive. We got given a free package which had like stickers in of FX, XO, TVXQ stuff. However, there was no Shiny or GG or Red Velvet, so it didn't exactly represent the entire SM brand, but it was still cool that we got something free out of it. So we travelled to Digital Media City, and that's a stop away from Hyundai, and we went to the CJ E&M building, I think it's called. And yeah, the rest was history. It was on a Thursday, it was the last day of our holiday, and it was such a good way to end the holiday. Honestly, I had a really good time. So to start off with the bad, uh, we had to queue uh, in groups, so English people, Japanese, and Chinese. With the groups, we were taken on a tour. The bad bit was not the queuing, but it was more to do with the tour. The tour, unfortunately, wasn't really a tour. It was more to do with like a 10-minute walk around some offices. It was like, here's a wall, here's a TV, here's a short film, but we're not going to watch the short film. So here's the title credits. Here's a piece of the Mama 2015 stage. You can take a picture of it if you want. Oh, here's a 3D TV. Feel free to rent out the glasses if you want. And that's the end of the tour. Come back for M Countdown. Literally, that was the tour. There was no history. There was no facts. There was nothing really related to actually anything to do with MNet and Countdown, actual CJ, like the actual company. There was literally, I could have walked around an IKEA showroom, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, I think what made it amazing actually was the fact that I was with British people. We made it like, we bantered, we joked about it, we brought the jokes, because honestly, if there was no jokes, I would have like jumped off a balcony. It was unfortunately drivel. But that doesn't mean that the girl who gave the tour was bad. She was like, you know what, bless her, she has to do this job. But what a job she has to do, because honestly, she showed us nothing. There was nothing to show. And I'm like, bless you, babe. You get paid to do this, so you know what? You claim your money, you get your coin. Another bad thing was where we had to do rock, paper, scissors to get into M Countdown to see who was the first group to be allowed in. Uh, like fate, English lost, we were third. We got let in eventually. We had to queue and stuff. It was a bit of a long wait. And there was no point to the system. Like, once you entered and countdown, the studio was so big that I was able to get to the front. Like, honestly. Like, I was 3 rows from the front. Maybe 4, pushing it. Because honestly, they tried to organise it, but there was no point because it became disorganised automatically because people ran. I was able to get my spot because one, I'm tall. Two, I'm quite, like. So I'm just like, if someone wants to try it with me. And that leads on to my next point. Crowds got rude. Like, people thought because I was a tall foreign person, they could be rude to me in their language or be trying pushing past me. No. Nuh-uh, honey. I ain't got time for that. I'm from the ends. I'm from where I'm from. I will hit you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had some people try it. They tried to barge past me. They tried to push someone over. I slid on these people. I was like, I ain't letting you pass. Don't try it. I'm not here for this. I'm here for the same reason you are. The fact that you want to get closer to the stage does not mean that your oppa will see you, because your oppa will see you because I'll fling you onto the stage. Oh my god, it was aggravating. And I know for a fact from a couple of people that I know who speak Korean, they overheard people basically talk shit about us. So I'm like, well, you know what? Check your checks. Should have got hit earlier. Like, honestly, I was not here for it. What I was here for was manners, because 2 girls, bless their hearts, Japanese girls, B2B fans, they asked really nicely if they could stand in front of me. And because they were polite, they said please, I let them through. Other people, oh, I was like, girl, I'm not going to clap you to space. So you know what? People gave up eventually because I was not budging. Trust them that. I could stand for hours. I could hold my bladder for hours. I could do stuff for hours. Don't F with me, people. That was quite bad, really, because I felt like it could have been more organised for health and safety reasons. That was the downside to it. So to the good points, woo! Because the good points outweigh the bad points. Not gonna lie. The good points was I got to see everyone, even if they didn't really perform. Everyone saw me. Being a tall, white, blonde boy was a blessing and a curse. The curse was the pushing. The blessing was any idol, because I stood out. Every idol, well, 90% of everyone that performed caught my eye contact. They either nodded at me, waved at me. I will either wave back or was cute with them, depending on the group. Or they just stared at me. Like N, for example. You don't know life until N stares at you for a length amount of time. I had N basically glare at me. Not glare in the sense that was like, what, glaring, but he just stared, just not like for a good amount of time, to the point where I stared back. It was like a staring contest. And I was like, I'm not looking away, you're not looking away, you're going to have to look away soon. Like, honestly, it was a blessed time, but an awkward time. I had members of B2B stare at me, had members of Block B stare at me, and members of History, Boys Republic, NCT. Moontail actually acknowledged my eye contact, and he nodded at me and smiled really cutely, bless him. I've got 7 acknowledged me. Actually, I witnessed got 7 acknowledged Raf from Case Bazing. That was a blessed time. I had Uptension interact with me, mainly Jinhu. Jinhu, that boy, he effed me up. He gave me amazing fan service that I will never forget. We interacted over his lips. Basically, I was a bit of a thought. But you know, life. I stared at him because he was on the side of the stage a lot of the time dancing prior to when they were going on stage or when they were waiting to go on for the encore. He was just jamming. He was getting his life, and he's beautiful in person. I had girl groups like Very Good, Oh My Girl, Laboom interact with me because I was just doing hearts and doing like little cute cheek things because I wanted to do something special than other just a heart. So I was just like, bam, 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 girl, get it, get it. Like, honestly, the interactions made up for a lot of the stuff that happened. And then at the end of it, so after the whole show, me, Joe, and Meg, and Luke, we were waiting outside the building. We saw idols like leave, who going to the elevators to their car. And Oh My Girl interacted with me directly. I was just doing this cheek thing, and one of the members did a cheek thing back. Joe caught footage. Uptension's Jin, who basically waved at us crazily because we were waving like psychos at him. He copied us. We saw members of Snooper Lee. We saw, like, it was just an amazing time because I got to share it with my friends. I got to see idols. And honestly, like, would recommend going to a music show if you've never been, because it is an experience. It's enjoyable. It's an adrenaline rush. You get to see people. You get to have fun. And I just had a jam. But the music was so good. I was like, hey, hey. And yeah, we got to see some interesting performers. But you know what? That's life. That's Korea. It's countdown. That's K-pop. It's unexpected. It's unpredictable sometimes. And I applaud the people that go to music shows every week because I could not do that. I could not be shoved every week. Without being arrested. Yeah, that's my own count experience. I got to also witness a security guard tackle a girl down because she took in a massive DLR camera and took pictures of Vix. I witnessed that. That was fun. That was actually a good point because it was like Maury. I was like, oh shit, where's my popcorn? Also, here's a picture of me in the audience when GOT7 was performing. As you can see, like I said, I stood out, hence why Idol saw me. Well, guys, that's my in-kind experience. Sorry if this is a bit long. And yeah, bye, guys. If you've ever been to a music show, do feel free to let me know too.